welcome everyone to our last Monday of the month webinar. And we are, as I mentioned a little earlier in the pre-call, we're trying a different kind of format this evening. And we're going to talk about over the next several months, the last Monday of each month, on the power of our profession. And this week it's for moms. And we want to present some of the values and the power of what Shaklee and network marketing can mean for moms this week. And I'm Jonette Coogan, one of your hosts, with Hannah Sharapan. And then we have two moms that are going to be guest speaking with us tonight, Executive Coordinator Hannah Sharapan. Executive Coordinator Harper Carrera and Senior Director Stephanie Bruce. I think it's the dry desert air that's getting to my brain.
I think so. It has to be.
But before we hear from Harper and Stephanie, we would like to tell you a little bit about Shaklee so that people have a basic overview, a little bit of an understanding there. And we're starting with talking about legacy, living a life that lasts. And one reason why we're focusing on legacy is because of the outstanding legacy that we have with Shaklee, which is just unbelievable. And we want everyone to think a little bit about this. A legacy is something of value that you hand down from the past by a predecessor or ancestor, and then it's carried forth by a body of people on a mission. And that is exactly what we see with Shaklee. We are the recipients of Dr. Shaklee's legacy of respect for nature, coupled with science, along with a belief that all people should have the opportunity to create their future, however they like. And he wanted Shaklee to be a company that improves the lives of everyone it touches. So just a reminder as we're going through this evening, and have you think about this concept that we create our own legacy every day by the lives we live and the work we do. And so the question that is left with us is, what kind of a legacy am I leaving? Am I achieving? And then therefore leaving. So let's take a look at the legacy we have with Shaklee Corporation.
Well, you know, Dr. Shaklee, incidentally, that's first of all a picture of him as he looked in his early years when he actually developed the first vitamin in our country way back in 1915, 100 years ago this year. Well, Dr. Shaklee, when I think about him and I think about his life and his vision, he believed in two simple philosophies. First of all, he believed that the best way for each of us to ever improve our lives is how we could care about and improve the lives of others. And also, he was a strong believer that everything had to be in harmony with nature. He believed that nature actually held the secret of how to live the healthy, fulfilled lives. And, you know, it started from a small business way back in 1956, nearly 59 years ago. And yet he was able to grow this to a multinational, billion-dollar company, all as a result of word of mouth. You know, when you really think about that, really is amazing, because think of the power of advertising. Mm-hmm. And with all that advertising going on, we still could become the #1 natural nutrition company. So he really represents that 100 years of innovation, starting back with when he developed that first vitamin. And we have a wonderful legacy of science and innovation. You see the various people who have been on the staff of Shaklee over the years. You see Dr. Bruce Daggy on the right, who is our current Chief COO.
Chief Scientific Officer.
Yeah, thank you. I knew what it was, but I wasn't getting it out. Thank you. And he is just amazing. I love to hear him speak. And one of the reasons I do is you hear the Shaklee philosophy just flow from him. Mm-hmm. And Dr. Jamie McManus, who's an MD, and she's the head of our science and technology. And, you know, we collaborate with other great people like Nobel laureates, like Dr. Elizabeth Blackburn, who actually won the Nobel Prize for her work with telomeres, which are longevity genes. And she actually wanted to test Shaklee, people knowing our history and our beliefs, to see if, in fact, Shaklee people's telomeres were longer. And they were. So she's been so impressed, she actually is on our scientific advisory board now as well. And we're so proud of the fact that we have those 100 published studies. You know, it's amazing when you compare us to other companies. There really is no comparison. There really is a major Shaklee difference, isn't there, Joe?
Yeah, and I think this legacy of science, when it comes down to it, for me, and I know for thousands of other moms, it's a company that we can trust. You know, we've had
Absolutely.
4 generations in our family, as maybe you have too, Hannah. 4 generations who've used Shaklee product, and we've trusted every one of those generations with these products because of the science behind them. And
In
now
fact,
go ahead.
I'm sorry, I just want to tell you quickly, I just did an appointment right before this call, and that was one of the things that was the most important of everything to this young woman, was that you could trust this company and trust its safety and integrity.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, Jim.
And like you said, we're so excited because it's 2015 and we've had 100 years of innovation, because it was in 1915 that our founder, Dr. Forrest Shaklee, developed the first multivitamin, which he called Vitalized Minerals, because the word vitamin was not even in the lexicon at that time. So that's how innovative and far ahead Shaklee can be. And today we have tons of innovative products. But what I wanted to just share quickly here was there is a new book written out that's called Blue Ocean Strategy. And this book is talking about how companies, one of the best things that companies can do for themselves and for their customers is to make products that are unique and differentiated to them. And so those products are part of a blue ocean versus being in a red ocean where there's tons of other products like what you have, and there's this thrashing and gnashing around, in the waters. And we have 4 what you would call blue ocean products. We have our Nutriferon, which is an immune builder. We have our Vivix product, which is an anti-aging cellular product. We have MindWorks for brain health, and then we have our Vitalizer, which is our daily vitamin strip with its delivery system. 4 products that are unique to Shaklee that you or I cannot buy these anywhere else from any other company. And so that we're really proud of that, because this is a company that's research and science oriented and very innovative.
Right, and when you look at the product lines, we have everything from this excellent nutritional line that we call the Healthy Foundation. We have certain targeted solutions, as you see there, showing the MindWorks and the Vivix and the MegaGuard. Then we have this incredible line of laundry and home care products. What could be more ideal for anybody's home, particularly a home where there are small children, to be able to know that you would never have to worry about the children being poisoned by even getting in and even tasting the products, as let alone breathing them. And I love the fact that children can actually clean the house right with the parents, and you know that they're learning something good, and at the same time they're safe. And our healthy beauty products, wonderful, wonderful, safe skincare line called Infusel. Our weight management program is totally unique. It is so exciting to have a program, as Joe's mentioned, the Blue Ocean products. Other people do have weight management products, but they don't have what we have. They don't have that special formulation with the additional leucine that really helps people to burn the fat and preserve their muscle mass, which I think is just incredible. That's why people are getting such results and keeping the weight off.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, next. So one of the things that was absolutely wonderful experience for us, Dr. Shaklee led this wonderful long life. He didn't die till he was in his 90s. He was a great testimony to his own products. But you know what happened when he died? The company was run by corporate execs for a short period of time, which is typical. But then a young billionaire by the name of Roger Barnett came along. And this brilliant man, who never would have had to work a day in his life, born into that kind of wealth, but his family brought him up to believe that if you are that fortunate, you must give back, as his mother did as a Legal Aid Society a person heading the Legal Aid Society doing pro bono work for 38 years. So he had this example of his mother, and he did research in choosing what he could do for the rest of his life because he loved business, but he wanted to find a way he'd give back at the same time, and that's how he chose Shaklee. And so that Shaklee effect in his first 10 years at the helm of our company has spread more broadly than ever. We're expanding globally. We're already in China. We're going into India. He already has reached his first goal of becoming $1 billion company. And, one of the things that I love about Roger is that he really wants to be an agent of change. He really believes that this company, when we grow to the point where we have 10 million distributors worldwide, which could happen very quickly, that we could become the greatest force for social change in the world. That's a really lofty goal, I realize, but I really believe it's doable. And Roger has said his goal for Shaklee is to be the first company to solely receive the Nobel Peace Prize because of Shaklee's commitment to health, to income, sustainability, the three elements that are so essential for peace. And I love the fact that he could have a goal like that for us and help us to achieve that. Imagine how many people will be helped along the way with that kind of goal.
Absolutely. And that kind of leadership is, I think, in today in the business world is rather rare, but we are very fortunate we can. Right. So we've talked about our Shaklee legacy from our founder through our scientists to our current owner, Roger Barnett. And now we want to talk about leaving a legacy ourselves in the lives that we live and with our businesses. And so we're going to hear from these two moms who are already working on building a legacy, each of them, of health, of financial security, and of love and caring for other people. And so we're going to look at the power of our profession this evening through the eyes of these two moms with these 4 key pillars or benefits highlighted in terms of our profession. And I just want to say that one of the things that I truly love about network marketing is that it is a model where ordinary people like you and I can achieve extraordinary results. And we do that, and the benefits we can experience of freedom and flexibility, financial opportunity, fun and friendship, opportunity for personal and professional growth really make this a profession that we're all very proud of. So let's hear from, first off, Harper Guerrera this evening and that cute little guy there, baby number 3. Right, Harper?
Yeah. That actually was just taken today. We are finally going to get some family pictures of all 5 of us later this week, but not in time for this. So.
Oh, how exciting.
Yeah. So, and what you're saying, that these 4 powers of this profession really are true. And freedom and flexibility to be a mom with your kids, but also to be able to give that freedom and flexibility to your husband, the financial opportunity to contribute to our family's income, the fun and friendship, the developing this amazing community of like-minded moms and others has been incredible. And it really has given an opportunity for personal and professional growth to be able to use the gifts and talents outside of, the specific things I use day to day with my kids. And for me, my story began before I had kids. We were thinking about starting a family, and we started learning about toxins in our home and the chemicals in our cleaners and how much they impacted lives, especially children. And we started looking into where could we find a safe product that would actually work. I started researching skincare products and the chemicals that are in those and how they affect you and your children, and was like, where do I find these things? And we always knew that supplements were important, and we knew that we had to find a company we could trust. We'd been looking for a long time because we wanted to find a company that was safe, that we knew wasn't going to have lead and chemicals and different things like that in our supplements, and also that was actually going to work, that was going to be bioavailable, that what was on the package was going to be what was absorbed into our bodies. And I walked into my fitness center one day, and a woman had a booth, and she was there talking about it, and I thought, well, this seems to answer all of the things I've been looking for. I took a product guide and started reading the clinical studies in the back on the treadmill. I mean, I vividly remember which treadmill I was on, and reading this and just being so floored with this company and the integrity of this company and the fact that it was always safe and always worked. It had the cleaners and the skincare and the supplements at that time. And so I met with this woman, I started talking to her, and at that time I was mostly interested in using and maybe a little sharing. We talk a lot about in Shaklee the model of you can use, you can share, and you can build, and that's exactly what I did. I started using the products. We noticed a difference in our health. We felt better. We were starting to use more and more products, and we loved them. And then, I started sharing them with friends, started telling people about them, and moms will understand this. There are so many people who have purchased the Fisher-Price Travel Booster Seat High Chair because I've told them how great it is. But Fisher-Price has never sent me a check. Fisher-Price has never sent me free products. It's kind of a bummer. But Shaklee did. And so as I was sharing something that was making such an impact on my family and was helping my family, and as we started having kids, all of a sudden I was getting a check back from Shaklee, and my products were being paid for. And then, as when my daughter was about almost a year old, I really decided that I wanted to build a business. I didn't just want to share the products and pay for my products, but I really wanted to build a business. I wanted to be able to stay home with my children, and I really had a passion for health and helping people. I really desired to create financial flexibility for our family, and it was a great opportunity for personal growth. So as a mom, it made sense. Moms are out there looking for solutions for their kids, and you have an opportunity to offer those solutions. And it's been an incredible journey of not only being able to offer that freedom and flexibility for my family, for me, and for my husband. He's been able to make choices based on what was best for our family and not based on financial necessity. He's been able to follow his passions and spend more time with our children because he had that choice. And so it hasn't just been freedom and flexibility for me, but for all of us. And it really has just been an incredible financial opportunity. As I started building a business, it didn't take long to be making more in income every month than I was in my full-time job before I had kids. And that made a huge difference for our family and gave us a lot of opportunities. A car payment, we're going on a trip in the spring, all expenses paid, all 5 of us, things that, are just a huge blessing to us. For me, it was a lot of, looking at in my faith, the Proverbs 31 woman, and, how she's able to prioritize her family but go out and do things and make a difference, and for the sake of her family and for others. And to, I don't know, some of you may have seen a video about my friend Amber, and in the Shaklee Effect video, and people that we've been able to change their lives because we've been able to change their health, because health is so much more than health. It's so much of your life. And so, being together with other moms, we've called ourselves Moms on a Mission to, help other families, and that we're changing lives while changing diapers. And it's really incredible to be able to be a part of that, and to be able to have those opportunities. And so that's my story, and I'll touch a little bit after Stephanie talks about just some of these points and what they can mean to everyone. But that's my story and how I have seen those things in my life in such big ways.
Nicely done, Harper. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Really neat.
So the question is, wouldn't it be nice to do what interests you and create the future you want, like Harper is currently doing? And I love this picture of this gal. This is how flexible your hours are. And as moms, that is so critically important, because we're moms, but we're housekeepers, we're laundresses, we're wives, we're gardeners, we're doing all we're balancing all kinds of balls, and it's about integrating all of that together. Mm-hmm. But to integrate comfortably, you need to have flexibility, and that's what you can have with a Shaklee business.
It really is incredible.
And I've always enjoyed Shaklee's flexibility, but I take yoga for many years now and still don't have that kind of flexibility.
Got to work a little harder, Anna.
Out of my body.
So, Harper, could you introduce Stephanie to us?
Yes. So, as a mom, like I said, you have the opportunity to share with other moms. At a baby shower, I met a girl named Katie, and I shared with her what I was doing, and she said, this is something that I feel passionately about. She was a teacher. She wants to help others. She wants to create health for families, and she wanted to have the flexibility that I was enjoying. So she decided to join my team. Bring in Stephanie. Stephanie and Katie went to kindergarten together. That's right, Stephanie? It was kindergarten?
Right, yes.
And they reconnected on Facebook, and Katie was able to share this opportunity with Stephanie, and she's going to share a little bit just about how she decided to join Shaklee and what it's meant to her.
Yes. Well, hi, everybody. Well, like Harper said, yes, Katie and I have been friends since we were really little, and when we did reconnect over on Facebook, I remember Katie messaging me, just telling me about her Shaklee business and everything, and kind of introducing me to it, but I was just kind of, well, that's okay, that's nice, good for you, and I wasn't really interested in the business, because to me it kind of sounded like a very typical marketing business, and I just kind of always stayed away from that. But then my son, ever since he was 1, he had eczema, and we had gone to several different doctors. We had had several tests done. We even had allergy tests done, and his eczema would just not go away. And he had been put on different hydrocortisone creams. He was even prescribed Zyrtec, even after a negative allergy test. And after that, I just realized there had to be something else that could be done. And I had worked in the healthcare profession when I had worked before having kids. And so I just kind of always went along with what the doctors said because I trusted them because I worked in the same profession. But like I said, I wanted to find something different. So I started researching until 4 o'clock in the morning, several nights in a row, and I was researching about nutrition and deficiencies. And I then was reminded of Katie telling me about vitamins with Shaklee. And so I questioned her and asked her about, is there anything that would be able to help my son? And so we created a plan together, and literally in 4 days, he had complete relief with his eczema, and I was blown away by it. And because of that, I was able to create a testimony, and I know so many people whose kids have eczema, and they are in the same boat that I am in, where they go to the doctor, they keep getting more and more creams and prescriptions, and you spend so much money, but nothing helps it at the end of the day. And so I wanted to share with others. And through that, I basically just did it all on Facebook and grew my business that way. And the most wonderful thing is I've been able to build a team with people who I've been friends with for years and years, but needed to reconnect with them. And so now I'm building a team and helping other people with my friends. And that has been the most fun about this business so far. And it's also really helped me have personal growth because, like I said before, I was able to quit working once I had kids. And so I haven't worked in quite a while, but I kind of missed that whole work atmosphere of feeling that I did something that was enough to be rewarded for or felt successful. After being home for several years, no matter how many loads of laundry I do or how many loads of dishes I did, I never really felt that successful other than being with my kids. And so with this, it really allows me to feel like I can accomplish something and gives my kids something to look up to me for, saying that, oh, my mommy does this, and she's really good at that because she likes to help other people, other than just being able to say, oh, my daddy goes to work, and he does this. So it's been really great for me in so many ways, and being able to just, like I said, reconnect with people and help other moms build a future for themselves and help their families financially.
So what's with the car picture, Stephanie?
With the car picture was that we were able to buy my husband a new car with my paycheck. So, which was a very nice thing because he was driving a car that I had bought in college years ago, but because we just chose to keep that one running, we were able to purchase this new car, and so it's been really rewarding that way. And also I just recently this month had qualified for a trip, just like Harper, but a different one, expenses paid trip to California for my husband and I. And so that was something that I never would have been able to do. Thank you. And, my husband's job, he's worked, for years, and we've never been rewarded that way. And so that was really an exciting thing to be able to provide that for my family, just from sharing with my friends and family about the products that I enjoy using, and now I'm being rewarded with a paycheck and a trip. So that's really exciting.
That's great. Thank you, Stephanie.
Yeah.
Yes. Beautiful job.
Yeah, there really is. This is the power of our profession, and it's very, very tangible for moms, and it's just an amazing opportunity. Like I said, you have this freedom and flexibility to be a mom, to be the room mom, to go to the school, to run errands, to take care of your sick kids, to do all the things that you want to do, but also be able to pursue a business. And not only that, but I think the financial opportunity gives freedom and flexibility. And it's like I said, it's not only given freedom and flexibility to me, but to my husband. And the financial opportunity has really blessed us and a lot of other families. It's awesome to be able to offer that financial opportunity to others and see them reach their family's goals. And the opportunity of residual income is very powerful, because not only as a mom am I able to provide an income now, but someday my business continues to grow, and it does, I will be able to pass that business on to my children. It continues to build and grow, and it's a whole nother talk on the power of residual income, but it's really powerful. And it was really interesting. I think of a woman named Crystal who works with us once said that she, thought, is this just a hobby? Is Shaklee just a hobby? I don't know how it's different from other things. And she went to a meeting and she saw that there were men who made this their full-time career. And it was that made her realize, and there's a lot of reasons to make you realize, but that it isn't a hobby. It's changing lives, and it really has the potential to create an amazing financial opportunity. And Joe, I hope you'll share a little bit of your story on the next time we do this one. But
Sure.
And the fun and friendship, it really is powerful. I am so blessed by the friends and prayer warriors and just people to coworkers, colleagues, the relationships that I've built through this company, not just on our team, but as a company that cares about each other and helps each other. And those relationships have just been such a blessing in so many ways, and they've been a blessing for personal and professional growth. And like Stephanie was saying, there's so many reasons that you don't get to use all your gifts and your talents and your abilities as a mom, and as wonderful and rewarding as being a mom is, have the opportunity to speak up in front of thousands of people and to share on webinars like this, to be able to have an ability to have leadership, which I was never given at my previous job, to lead other people and to help other people build their businesses. And that's been such a powerful thing in this business. And it also gives us a lot of great things to talk about on date night. I have a lot more to talk about than just what the kids played with that day. It's been a really neat part of our my husband and I's relationship, to be able to talk about what's going on in my business and what I'm doing and how I'm growing in that arena, as well as what I'm doing at home with the kids. So,
can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I wanted to use this slide because I wanted people to see how much fun we have in Shaklee. We work hard, but we play too.
Oh yeah, and at the bottom, that's a whole bunch of Shaklee moms who, get together and are excited about being in this together and helping families together. And that really is powerful, to be able to help people together as a team and to celebrate together and be able to do a lot of really neat things.
Yes. And Harper, I wanted to ask you, we, like it says here, we build relationships, we create lifelong friends. In fact, Mike and I are here in Scottsdale, Arizona. We came down to thaw out from Minneapolis, and we met up with friends of ours that are dear friends that are we have met and developed that relationship because of Shaklee, and they've been a really benefit to us in our lives. But taking trips, the Shaklee incentive trips, Harper, I want you to tell us what happened to you. You had qualified yourself and your entire family for the Playa del Carmen incentive trip, but then you had your third child, I believe, the first part of November.
Mm-hmm.
And this trip
he was late.
Yeah, and this trip was in December.
Right.
So tell us what happened, because it gives people an insight into the kind of company Shaklee is.
And that's true. That's a huge, for me, we can talk about the integrity of the products and the integrity of how they put together what we're able to share with others as a product, but the company has that same integrity. And yes, my baby was late, and so it was going to be pushing it to get to Mexico, and so they deferred me to the following trip. So I'm able to take my husband and my children on the next trip that we're going, that Shaklee is taking. So that was a huge blessing to be able to do that.
And that next trip will be to Maui.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Right.
Many companies would have either said, "Oh, sorry, it's
Right.
too bad."
Or, Harper, you go, leave the husband and kids at home or something. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, and it really does give us freedom, and we are able to live our life by design and not by default. And that's kind of what I said about, even my husband. He's been able to make choices for his, for his career and his passions, because not because he had to, but because we wanted to. And we're able to change our family's lives as we change other people's lives, which is such a blessing.
That's right. And so we just want to close this evening with letting everyone know the 3 ways that people engage with us or participate with us in Shaklee. And Harper, you had touched on this before. There's the use option, and this is where people decide they want to come in, be a Shaklee member, to use the scientific-based products. They want a healthier home, a healthier family, a healthier self. And it can be anything from wanting to lose weight, to gain energy, to having no stress, to just feeling better. And we adore people that want to use our products. And then others decide to share. And Harper and Stephanie, I think you both touched on this, that you wanted to share the products with friends and family, and as a result, you got your products for free, and then by even sharing some more, you were able to increase your monthly checks from Shaklee. And we welcome people that want to do that. We think you're very special. And then many times people go on to build a business like Harper and Stephanie did, and those are people that decided they wanted to make Shaklee a career that could help to generate some significant income. And I know, Harper, you had mentioned that your income in Shaklee, doing Shaklee part-time now, is as much or more than what you earned when you were working full-time, right?
Yeah, and I work during nap time and a couple of evenings, and
Yeah.
and that's a blessing. I mean, it's a huge blessing, and it really, to be able to make more than I did working, 40 hours a week beforehand.
Right. And for you, Stephanie, I know your Shaklee monthly checks are up around $1,000 a month, and you're not putting in 30, 40, 50 hours a week either, are you?
No, nowhere close.
Yeah, but that's enough of $1,000. That's enough of an income on a monthly basis to have somewhat of an impact on the family's financial situation, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yes, that's how we were able to buy the car, and our family's been able to pay off some more of our student loans, because we have quite a few from when we went to college. So we're working on all of that because of Shaklee.
Yep, great.
And that's a great beginning. But to think, as you continue to build the business, you compound that wealth. So you're really building for yourself real financial security.
So thank you, everyone, for joining us this evening, and we hope that our theme of building and leaving a legacy resonates with you in some way, and we just want to leave you with this thought to let us not only remember the past and its required sacrifice, but let us also remember that we are responsible to build a legacy for the generations which follow us. And for Hannah and Harper and Stephanie and I and thousands others like us, we've decided that Shaklee is the vehicle for us to build a legacy that we can leave for generations to come. And we hope that you'll join us in our endeavors. Thank you for being with us this evening.
Thank you all.
Okay, so if we have any questions, thank you. If we have questions, we will entertain those now. Stephanie, someone wants to know did switching to Shaklee's laundry products help with your son's eczema too?
Yes, they did. But I didn't do that right away. I did find relief after 4 days, though, with using the products that I had listed there. But since then, I have changed the laundry and added the Mighty Smarts to his daily regimen.
Okay. And the Mighty Smarts, because that is
the omega-3.
Yeah, the omega-3s, which help with inflammation.
Right.
Right. And Harper, this is Kristen Jakubowski, who is saying that she's downline from you, and she wants to tell us all how genuine you are and that your story is real and realistic. I'm glad you added that. That's great, Kristen. And that Harper is helping Kristen to realize her place in Shaklee and her business is growing. And it is so attainable for anyone. Thank you for saying that, Kristen, because it goes back to my original point that this is an opportunity that allows ordinary people to achieve extraordinary results for what they're doing.
Well, and one thing I don't think that we covered that is really powerful is that both of you started out in this position as well, didn't you? I mean, as young moms, just like us, building a business. And now you're, look where you are now. And I don't know if you want to explain that, but that is a really powerful statement, that this isn't like, hey, this is a new thing for moms, but this is something that moms of young children have been doing for a long time. And Hannah, I love how now your daughter, who is a mom of young kids, is doing the same thing. And when I was talking, when the call first came on, for anyone who missed it, that, now my little girl plays that she's a Shaklee distributor, and she sees that and wants to emulate that, and the power that it is to be able to share that with our children. And I just love that that's your story too, Joe and Hannah. Well, that's what you did.
Yes, and we're just so blessed that we were open enough to hear about this, and that's why I always say, just be open enough to just check it out.
And our mentors in Shaklee, many of them were women that were young moms also. So it's this has been going on for over 50 years.
How many years have you guys each been involved in Shaklee?
Well, Mike and I are in our 41st year.
And Al and I are in our 35th.
See, and that is powerful.
It is.
This conversation.
Well, something interesting, too. How many people do you know are in any occupation over 20 years and they're still enthused and excited about it? So it just shows the power of what Shaklee really is all about. It just encompasses so much more than just a business.
And yes, and just people are asking if this is going to be recorded, and it is recorded, and it will be posted, I believe, on
the Better Health.
Thank you, Better Health in 31 days. And that is a subscription website that our webmaster, Chris Svell, runs and manages. And what some people do is go together to share the monthly cost on that. So it's but it's very reasonable no matter what. It's really. So was the fourth product for eczema the probiotic?
Look like it.
Yes.
That would make sense.
Yeah. For me, it was the probiotic.
So I think for any one back to the eczema, there are a couple of questions on that. For children or kids in elementary school, I think I would absolutely recommend the Mighty Smarts, the probiotic.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, as soon as they can chew, that Mighty Smart is great. I mean, my daughter's been taking that since she was like 18 months old, half at the beginning.
And then changing laundry products is very important.
Absolutely.
Yes. And you know what? Actually, I shared my eczema testimony on my blog. If you'd like, I can share that web address, and people can go there and then
Sure.
find it on Facebook and like my blog's page as well. But it's gatheredinthekitchen.com. And if you go on there and search Shaklee eczema testimony, you'll find it, as well as many other Shaklee posts I've written.
So that's gatheredinthekitchen.com.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are you saying gathered, past tense, or gather?
Gathered, E-D. Gathered.
Okay. Thank you. Someone's asking, they're hearing our voices, Hannah, but not who we are. When I said Mike and I, this is Jonette Coogan, Master Coordinator from Minneapolis, and it's my husband Mike and I are in our 41st year in Shaklee.
And Hannah and Alan Sheriffin have been in 35 years.
And you are from?
We're from Hermitage, Pennsylvania.
And
so right now
Florida.
In Florida, where we are right now, avoiding that storm.
Yeah, good.
Another great flexibility that Shaklee has offered us, that kind of lifestyle.
Someone's saying that be more specific as to where on Better Health in 31 Days to find the recorded webinar. I have a website, but don't see last week's webinar archive there. I think, it should be on the left side, probably down near the bottom. I don't know, Chris, if you're on, maybe you can let us know specifically where people could find that. Usually that's where they are. They get archived and they're on the left side scrolling down towards the bottom under, I think it's Monday Night Wellness webinars. Okay, I think that does it. Oh, wait. No. People are saying thank you. Ladies, you did an excellent job tonight. That was... Oh, somebody says, Barbara said, I saw it. It's on the right side. Chris says, look under the webinars tab. Well, that's good. It's the first one. Last week's Monday night webinar is the first one listed under the webinars tab. Okay. And next Monday night, Gary Burke, Presidential Master Coordinator, will be presenting the webinar talking about he and Faye's Shaklee's story and their journey and what he sees with Shaklee. And we saw Gary and Faye the other night, and they are earning, close to $400,000 a year from Shaklee. So they
Not
have
too shabby.
Story. Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for joining us this evening. And we will hopefully have you with us next week. Thank you, Stephanie and Harper. You guys were sensational.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much. Well, thank you.
Good night.
Thanks.
Nice.
Good night.
Good luck.